Dear students, welcome to the lecture on BEE by me, Mr. Manohar Suresh Edke, lecturer in Electrical Engineering Department from Brahmadev Dadamane Polytechnic, Solapur. So, in this video, we are going to see this syllabus content, that is mathematical Fraser representation of alternating EMF, current, voltage, and then current relationship, voltage and current relationship in star and delta connection. So coming to the first point, this is the point representation of AC quantity. As earlier said you, AC stands for alternating current, the current or voltage that changes its magnitude as well as direction with respect to time. So that is AC. So in this point we are going to see the representation of AC. Representation means what? Representation means expressing something. For example, there is a AC voltage. So question comes, what is the magnitude of that voltage? Means how much is the voltage, how much is the current, and how its nature, means it AC or DC. So to know these all parameters, we can have expression, or we can say representation. So generally there are three types of representation of any signal. For example, here you can see first method, that is a graphical representation. As you can see, here are two words, one is graphical and representation, means we are representing a AC quantity in terms of graphical method. Graphical method means what? On a graph paper. For example, you can see here is x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis there is a time or angular velocity, that is omega t, and on y-axis there is a voltage, or we can have current also. So graphical representation means we are expressing or representing AC quantity on a graph, that is called as a graphical method. So in graphical method we show the nature of waveform, means how it is a how it has a values. For example, for AC, so this is the graphical representation, means it is alternating, it is, as you can see, it is changing its magnitude as well as direction with respect to time. So this is for graphical representation for AC. So similarly, how it can be for DC? So there will be x and x axis and y axis. Then for DC, the voltage will be constant. So that is representation for DC. But here it is representation for AC, means as we have to show the AC quantity on a graph, that is called as a graphical representation. Then second method of representation or expression comes, that is mathematical representation, means we have to tell mathematically what is the value of that signal, how the nature of that signal. So here you can see there are two equations I have written here. One is omega v of t is equals to Vm into sine omega t, and then for current I of t is equals to Im into sine omega t. So this is the mathematical equation or representation of a signal. How we can say that is a mathematical representation means, so as you can see, this AC quantity is sinusoidal quantity. We call this as a sinusoidal quantity. That's why we have written here Vm into sine omega t. From this equation waveform we can see or write this equation. For example, this is V of t. What is V of t? This is voltage at any instant. Means for example, I can say to calculate the voltage at 0 instant. So I can calculate at V of 0. V of 0 means voltage at 0 second, 0 instant, in is equals to Vm. Here Vm is a maximum value, peak value. So for example, consider this maximum value as a 10 volt. Then in equation V of 0 becomes V of 0 is equals to Vm, means for example we have taken 10 10 volt multiply by sine omega t. Here is a trigonometry term sine into omega t, means what is the omega? Omega is equals to 2 pi f, and t is the time instant. For example, I have taken here time instant 0. So if you multiply 0 with 2 pi, then it will become 0. Then sine of 0 will become sine of 0 will become 0. Then 10 into 0 will become 0, means voltage at this instant will be 0. Similarly, we can calculate voltage at this instant. Only thing we have to put here omega, instead of omega t we have to put 2 pi into the value of t here. So value of t here, it can be 0.005 for example we can say. So generally we have 50 hertz frequency, so to complete one cycle it takes 20 millisecond. For half second it is 10 millisecond, and for this instant, till this instant it is 5 millisecond. So we can put here time is equals to 5 millisecond. So in this way we can calculate a voltage or current at any instant. So we are showing a voltage or current and its nature by a mathematical equation that we call as a mathematical representation. Means we are representing any AC quantity in terms of mathematical equation, that is called as a mathematical representation. Then third method of representation comes phasor representation. As you can see, you consider the first graph. This is called as a phasor representation. What we actually do, instead of showing waveform or writing mathematical representation, we also can represent AC quantity in terms of this phasor. Phasor means we actually take one reference axis, so it is also an x and y axis of graph. So for example, we have taken a reference axis of positive x and we plotted a voltage. So as you can see here, one equation I have written that is similar to here. You can see v of t is equals to Vm sin omega t. So it is written here also. So we represent a voltage or current with these arrows. For example, this is arrow of voltage and this is arrow of current. So in phasor representation we show a arrow, we will show arrow bigger if its value is more, we will show arrow is small if the voltage or current value is low. So there are two things to consider for phasor representation. We have to know its position. For example, v of t, v is equals to Vm sin omega t. There is a no plus or minus after omega t, so that comes at 0, means it will start from 0. As you can see, this is the voltage waveform, it's starting from 0. That's why we write it as a v of t is equals to Vm sin omega into Vm into sin omega t. So for the same, if the voltage equation starts from 0 degree, then we keep it on reference axis and show with the arrow. And then for example, consider there is current also, then we show it by another phasor, another arrow. So the position of arrow can be defined from the waveform. Means if the current is in starting from 0 only, then the current arrow should also be here. But if current starts quite later, that is for example 30 degree later the voltage, then it will be here. So this is a phasor representation of voltage and current, and this is phasor representation for 3-phase AC supply. You know, for industry purpose we use a 3-phase supply. So there are 3 wire, red wire, blue wire and yellow wire. So all these are the phase voltages, so different phase voltages. So what is the difference is, the all three voltages are away from 120 degree away from each other. Means red, the voltage in red wire starts from 0, then voltage in Y wire starts 120 degree after the voltage in red, then the voltage in blue wire starts 240 degree after the red wire. So depending upon the position of the waveform, so it is represented. So another example we can take. So for example, consider there are two waveforms. One is waveform of voltage and another waveform of current. So always remember the voltage waveform also always is bigger. So its magnitude is always more than current, and the current, it is always smaller than the voltage. You can see here is the blue of voltage and purple color is of current. So there are two waveforms. As you can see, the voltage waveform is starting from 0 degree and it is quite bigger. That's why as you can see on phasor diagram, the voltage length, the arrow length of voltage is bigger and it is on x-axis. For current, it is also starting from 0, but see its magnitude is less than voltage. That's why we are showing it with a small arrow. So this is small arrow because the current is small, and the voltage arrow is bigger because the voltage is bigger. Now comes phasor diagram of sinusoidal waveform. I have shown you another example. For example, the voltage phasor is starting from 0 degree, and you can see the current phasor is starting quite late. Means voltage is started at 0 instant, but the current is started somewhat late. So to represent this in phasor diagram, how we represent it? So this is a voltage waveform. So as it is starting from 0, so it will come on x-axis, and then after current, the current is quite late. So this is the current is lagging. Late means what? It is lagging behind something. So the current is late by 30 degree. That's why it is below the x-axis, below the voltage arrow. So as you can see, the current is below the x-axis by 30 degree. This gap is the difference. The voltage is started at 0, but the current is started at 30 degree, means it is below the voltage by 30 degree. So this is the phasor representation. So phasor representation, generally we consider two things. One thing is its a magnitude. It's a magnitude. If more, the arrow length will be longer. Then second point, position of phasor. If the waveform starts from 0 degree, then we show it on x-axis. If the waveform is late, means it start after 30 degree, then we show it below the x-axis. So this is the main thing to be considered for phasor representation. Then next points come, types of AC supply. So we use AC supply 24/7 for different appliances like television, fan, fridge, etc. So for our home purpose, residential purpose, we use a single phase AC supply. The voltage of single phase supply, you know that it is 230 volt and 50 hertz. So this is for a residential appliances or residential purpose. So what we use, fan, light, TV, fridge, bulb, etc. So we use this. So this is called as a single phase. Single phase means there are two wires, one live wire and neutral wire. So this is called as a single phase, that is used for residential low power consumers, means where the electricity required is less amount. So in that case we use a single phase AC supply. Then next type comes three phase AC supply. So its voltage is 415 volt and its value is 50 hertz. So usually it is used for industrial purpose, means if the load is more, for example, you might see company a big company or a big corporate office, the load is more, so in that case we use a three phase supply. So in three phase supply there are three wires, red wire, blue wire and yellow wire, one plus one neutral wire. So there are 3 to 4 wires in three phase supply. So why we use three phase supply means for industrial purpose where load is heavy, means if we have a big pump motor, large capacity machines, or we have very large number of light and fans. For example, there is a big function hall. So in big function hall we need 200 numbers of light, 200 numbers of fans. So if the number of appliances are large, so in that case also we need a heavy power. So in that case we use a three phase supply. So always remember, this is a simple thing. For our industrial household supply we use single phase because we need less supply. But for industries or function hall, big corporate office, they need a more amount of power, more amount of electricity. In that case we use a three phase supply. So there is a difference is in voltage also. Single phase is 230 volt, whereas three phase is 450 volt, means its power is more, voltage is more and its power capacity is more. So as you can see, I will show you a simple diagram. So this is for example single phase AC supply, source and load, means whatever we get from MSCB, that we call as a source. So it is a 230 volt 50 hertz single phase AC supply. Then comes our load. So load can be our fridge, TV, tube light, press iron, water heater. So this is the load and this is supply. What happens is when supply come, so it has one live wire and neutral wire. When we connect load, so this becomes closed path. When we close a switch, we press a button, turn on button, so the current will flow in closed path, and whatever the appliance hour is, that will turn on. So this is single phase supply and load. Here you can see the three phase source and three phase load, means there are three phase. For example, we have red wire R, Y, B and one neutral. So this is called as a three phase supply, that is generally used for industry purpose or where more power is required. So this is R phase, Y phase and B phase. So we call it as a R phase, Y phase and B phase, and these are connected to each other. So as you can see here also, from here as circuit is closed, the current will flow. Here also when we turn on ICDP switch, then current from source will flow to the load, and whatever the pump motor or other appliances, that will turn on. So this is the major difference between single phase and three phase. Single phase means there is only one phase. Why the phase means a live wire. So in single phase there is only one live wire, but in three phase there are three live wires, R live wire, Y live wire and B live wire. So there are three live wire, that's why it is called as a three phase AC supply. So this is the classification of AC supply, means alternating quantity, alternating current supply. So there are, it classify or categorized into two kinds of supply as I shown here. So there are only two supply. One is single phase and another is three phase. So here as you can see there is only single phase, there are no subtypes, but in three phase there are two subtypes, that is three phase star and three phase delta. So what is this three phase and star and three phase delta, I will explain ahead. So as you can see, voltage for three phase star and delta is same, 450 and frequency 50 hertz 50 hertz. The difference is only that the connection, the type of connection using three wire is different in both case, but voltage is same. So these are the types of three phase supply. As you can see, there are two types, single phase and three phase. There are no subtypes in single phase, but there are two subtypes in three phase, that is three phase star and three phase delta. So this is the three phase star. So why it is named a star? So as you can see, this connection something looking like a star, that's why we call it as a star. So this is a star connection. So star connection, as you can see earlier, as I said, there are three live wires, 1 2 and 3 live wires and neutral wire. So it is something looking like a star, that's why we call it as a star connection. And the second is delta connection. So this is called as a delta connection. Here also there are three live wire, one R live wire, Y live wire and B live wire. So here also there are three live wires, but the difference is now it is like a triangle. So as this connection is like a triangle, so a symbol like a triangle in engineering symbols, we the symbol like a triangle we call it as a delta. So that's why this type of connection, the triangle like connection, is called as a delta. So this is the delta connection. As I said earlier, it is looking like a star, that's why it is called as a star, and it is triangular, and we call generally triangular symbol as a delta, that's why it is called as a delta. In star also there are three live wire, in delta also there are three live wire. So now one more thing we have to understood in three phase, that is there are two things, means there is a voltage and current, but in voltage there are two things we call, means there is one phase voltage and line voltage. As you can see here below the star diagram, VPH stands for phase voltage and VL stands for line voltage. So here there is a phase voltage and line voltage. So what we call two phase voltage, if we measure the voltage between this R phase and neutral, then we call it as a phase voltage. And if we measure the voltage between one live wire and another live wire, so this is called as a VL. In diagram also I have shown, if there is a one line and neutral, then we call it as a phase, and if we are measuring voltage between one live wire and another live wire, then it is called as a line voltage. Similarly here also, if it is between one phase, then it is phase voltage, and between two line live wire we call it as a line voltage. So further I will explain the relation between phase voltage and line voltage, and phase current and line current in star. So we will understand in star first, then we will go for a delta connection. So earlier as I said, this connection looks like something star, that's why we call it a star. So there are three phases here, one phase, R phase, Y phase and B phase. So what is this looking? So this is like a spring is a winding, means that is a copper winding. So that copper winding may be of motor, or it may be the, or we show this as a phase, means it can be source or load. If it is pump, then it is three phase motor pump, or if it is supply, it is three phase supply. So this is star connection. So star connection, there are 2 points in voltage and 2 points in current. So there is a phase voltage and line voltage. As earlier I said you, phase voltage, VPH phase voltage is measured between one phase and one neutral wire. So this is a neutral wire. As you can see, we are connecting all phases. This is first end of all phase, and this is second end of all phases. So what we are doing, we are short circuiting or connecting the all phases in star connection, and we are connecting another wire that is called as a neutral wire. So if we measure the voltage between one phase and neutral wire, as you can see, this is one phase and this is neutral wire. If we measure the voltage between these phase and neutral, then it is called as a phase voltage. So what another can be phase voltages, that is VRN, voltage between R and N, then voltage between Y and N, so this is also phase voltage. Then voltage between B and neutral, so these three all are phase voltage. So phase voltage normally is 230 volt. Then another point come as the line voltage. As you can see, it is denoted with V and suffix L. So this is VL stands for line voltage. So this line voltage is measured between two phases, means two live wire. This is R wire and this is Y wire. So if we measure between two live wires, then it is called as a line voltage. So line voltage, there will be three line voltage, that is line voltage is equals to VRY, voltage between R and Y, then that is equals to voltage between Y and B. So as you can see, this is one live, another live. So if we measure between this, that will also line voltage, and another VRB. So voltage between R and B, this is also will be a line voltage. So there are three line voltage and three phase voltage in three phase star connection. So there is one formula for line voltage, means this is a phase voltage is quite smaller and this is a line voltage is bigger, because it is a sum phasor sum of or summation of two voltages. So VL is equals to root 3 times of phase, means whatever the voltage between this, whatever the voltage appear between this, if you multiply it by root 3, then we will get the voltage between line. So line voltage is equals to root 3 times of V phase, means we have to remember that the line voltage is always greater than phase voltage, or it is line voltage is root 3 times of phase voltage. So another is delta connection. So as I earlier said you, delta connection is somewhat look like a triangle. So in symbol mathematics, we there is for change in something, we use a delta symbol. So that is a triangle symbol. So that's why we call this type of connection as a delta connection. So here also there are 2 points. One is phase voltage, line voltage, and phase current and line current. So one more thing, one more time we are going to see the relation between voltage, phase voltage and line voltage. One thing here you have to remember is, in delta connection, the phase voltage and line voltage both are same. So whatever the voltage we measure here is same as here. So as this wire, you can see this wire, this is R and Y. If we measure this voltage here, and if we measure the voltage in this one phase, so both voltages will be equal in value. So that's why in delta connection, the phase voltage and line voltage both are same. So these are the phase voltage. So one more thing for current. So for in current, in delta connection, one phase is known as the current in one phase. As you can see, this is one winding. So if current is flowing in this one winding, then it is called as a phase current. And if the current is flowing here in this phase, then we call it as a line current. So what can be the phase current and line current means, this is I phase current, means current flowing in R phase, current flowing in Y phase, current flowing in B phase. So these are the phase currents. And what is line current? The line current flows between two phases. For example, consider the current is coming from Y and it is going here R. So it is called as a line wire. So line wire, it is the travels, it continues from two phases, so it is line current. So line current is given as, you can see the last equation, line current is given by IL is equals to root 3 times of phase current. Means the magnitude of line current is root 3 times of current flowing in phase current. So this is the relation between voltage and current for star and delta. So here is a quick recap what we have seen. We have seen the representation of AC voltage and current. Then we have seen the voltage and current relationship in star and delta connection. So I have given the PPT link in description of this video, so you can take this, download this video. You can download this PPT, and you can also download this video from YouTube, our college channel. So I hope you have understood. Thank you.